Griot Audio presents an unabridged recording of Destined to Witness by Hans J. Massaquoi, narrated by Peter Jay Fernandez. This work is copyrighted 1999 by Hans J. Massaquoi. This recording is copyrighted 2001 by Recorded Books, producer and publisher of Griot Audio. Like many young German boys during World War II, Hans J. Massaquoi fell under the spell of the Führer, Adolf Hitler. But when Hans tried to join the Hitler Youth Organization, he wasn't admitted. Why not? Because Hans was not an Aryan. Hans was black. And as the power of the Third Reich grew, he came to live in constant fear of the Nazi ethnic cleansing policies. Hans had to develop his own instincts to survive a country consumed by arrogance and hatred, a country openly committed to the destruction of everyone it considered non-Aryan. And now, Destined to Witness.
Prologue. To write of oneself in such a manner as not to incur the imputation of weakness, vanity, and egotism is a work within the ability of but few, and I have little reason to believe that I belong to that fortunate few. Frederick Douglass. I could not agree more with the above sentiments, expressed so eloquently over a century ago by the great abolitionist in the preface to his autobiography, My Bondage, My Freedom. If, like Mr. Douglass, I none the less decided to risk being thought of as weak, vain, and egocentric by making public the story of my life, it was mainly because of the persistent urging of persons whose literary judgment I felt was above reproach, such as my longtime friends Alex Haley, the author of Roots, Ralph Giordano of Cologne, Germany, author of Die Bertinis, and my former employer and mentor, ebony publisher John H. Johnson. Each convinced me that my experiences as a black youngster growing into manhood and surviving in Nazi Germany, an eyewitness to and frequent victim of both Nazi racial madness and Allied bombings, followed by my years in Africa, were so unique that it was my duty as a journalist to share this rather different perspective on the Holocaust. Alex felt that because I was both an insider in Nazi Germany and paradoxically an endangered outsider, I had a rare perspective on some of the Third Reich's major catastrophic events. He also urged me to record my equally unique experience of finding my own African roots.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?